Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'm on the Middle Trent. This is still a relatively new section to me. It's only the first year I've fished here, and this is a peg that I've never fished before. So this is the peg. So I'll bivvy up down here. I'll probably put my rods over there. As you can see, there's a bit of a nice flow down the inside. I've not put my deeper through yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself set up, put my deeper through, and then I'll come back to you and talk a bit more about how I'm going to approach it. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, so it's just gone 5:30 now. I'm all set up, bivvy's up, rods are out. I've put the deeper through and I've got 7 or 8 foot, which is not a bad depth. I mean, it's still been quite warm, though we've had a little bit of rain recently. The rivers are still very low, so 7 or 8 foot's not bad depth, I think, considering. So I'll put a 18mm boilie and a size 10 on the right hand rod, and a 15mm boilie on a size 10 on the left hand rod, both with PVA bags, and then I'll show you where I've cast them out. Whoops, only that was a bite, that was my foot. So this right hand rod has got the 18mm on. This is out in the middle, literally down the middle, and there's good 7 or 8 foot down there. This one is not so far out. This one's sort of about 1/3 of the way out, maybe. This one's slightly shallower here, not much, but slightly shallower. But that one's a bit further in, and there's a nice sort of flow on the water here, because it comes the water sort of comes round the bend here. There's actually a lock to my right. I've got to be careful of the boats coming out of here. Don't take out this right hand rod, but it's quite a nice flow on this inside here. So I wanted one not too far out, and then the other one is, as I say, out in the middle. So we'll see what happens. It's a few hours before it gets really dark. We'll put a few casts in between now and then and get a bit of bait out, and yeah, see if anything turns up. Hopefully I'll see you later with a fish or two. Right, so this is what the deeper showed. Not sure how well this will work because of the reflection, but over here when I first threw it out in the middle, there's about 7 foot, and it drops lovely. It's a nice little incline there down to about 8 foot. Sorry, one of the rods was just bleeping. And then the next cast was slightly further in. This is more like where the inside rosin, it's slightly shallower, but it's still, you know, it's still, as you can see at the top, around 7 foot, slightly shallower there. Then I put another cast out here, which is probably in between where the 2 rods are. It's like 7.5, and then it went right out again into the middle, and this is that sort of incline that we saw in the first cast, and that's out in the middle. So so yeah, so that's what I saw. So looks quite good to me. I guess we'll see if we actually catch any fish. Not sure if we've got something on this one, or whether it was just a weed. I'm not sure. Not sure if this is a big weed or if there's a fish in there somewhere. No, it's a big weed. Wow, look at that. I think we might have a fish on this one. We have something on here. I don't think it's been breaking any records. I guess it's a small chub. It's the first fish, assuming I get it in. Oh. Or is it a chub? go in that net. Oh, that's not another bite, that's me just catching the other line, the other rod. Right, there we go, first fish, small chub. Not sure I'm going to weigh that, we'll call it a pound and we'll get it back. Hopefully without me going in the water. That's shot off, didn't it? Right, well it's now 7:30, so sunset was 7:15, so it's starting to go dark. I've just had that one chub that was about a pound. That was only about 10 minutes ago. Usual sort of rig really. It's a running lead, fluorocarbon hook length, size 10 hook PVA bag and size 15 boilie. I've just refreshed the bait, put my isotopes on, so these are now going back out, ready for the fall of night, right, or dark should I say. That one's just going out there. For the more observant amongst you, you may notice I'm not using my tripod. So when I arrived and got the tripod out the car, the bottom bar of the tripod where the two cups sit that the butt of the rod sits in was not on there. So I've either left it in a field on the River Severn where I fished last weekend, or it's at home in the garage. Obviously I'm hoping it's in the garage, but we'll see. So the other rod again, running lead, just put the isotope on, size 8, size 18 boilie and PVA bag. This one's going a bit further and this one's going out sort of into the middle. There we go, so that one's out into the middle. So yeah, so I haven't got my tripod, so fortunately I had enough bank sticks in my bag to set up with bank sticks. The only thing is I don't have any spare bank sticks. Now normally I put up a, it's like a nighttime camera, it's like a nature camera, that you, the sort of thing you'd put on a tree. But I'm not able to set that up because I don't have any bank sticks for it. But there you go. Anyway, as night time is falling, I'm hoping we'll see a bit more activity now, and hopefully we'll see a few fish and 1 or 2 barbel. So yeah, hopefully see you in a bit. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. Well, we've got something on. I'm guessing it's a chub, but it did shoot off a bit. Oh, is it a bream? Believe it. It is. It's a bream. That's one of the night. It's like quite a big bream actually, but it's a bream. Oh. Yeah, definitely a bream, quite a big one. Right, well here's that bream. It's a big fish, well fairly big fish anyway. £7 exactly. That's quite a big bream. Not really what I want, but I guess if they're that big, they're not quite so bad. £7. Right, we'll get it back. Let's see what's on here. Yeah. It could well be another bream. It's the same rod. Or in fact, is it even a fish? It's not. It's a weed fish. Not what we wanted, was it? Recording. GoPro, start recording. Right, we have on the end of here, and that tore off. Certainly tore off at some pace. It does seem to be coming in fairly easy. Here it comes. It is a barbel. I can see it. It is a barbel. There it is. Blimey. Came in quite easy and then absolutely shot off. I thought that came in rather easy. I get it all the way back again now. But this is why we barbel fish. Here it comes again. I can see it again. Here we go. Here we go. That looks half decent, that does. It's not massive, I don't think, but it looks quite broad, so we'll give it a rest and then we'll have a proper look at it. Right, well here's that barbel. It's pretty big actually. Pretty big. Look at that, £12, £12.5. That's a nice fish, isn't it? Oh, big chunky old barbel that is. £12.5. Right, let's get it back. Get the rod back out, see if there's any more like this out there. Right, here's that barbel at 12.5. It's been resting for quite a while now. I think it looks like it's ready to go. There we go. Off it goes. Thank you for popping over. Excellent. First barbel of the night and a very nice fish indeed. Hi, so it's 12:45 now. So we've had the 3 fish. We had the £1 chub, the £7 bream and the £12.5 barbel. I'm going to refresh the rods in a minute, get fresh baits on them, put new PVA bags and get them recast, and then I'll get my head down for a bit. Though I will put my alarm on every couple of hours throughout the night to get up and check the rods if nothing happens. So hopefully I might see you again with another fish or two. See you later. There's definitely a fish on here. There is definitely a fish on here. I'm not sure it's a barbel though, because of the way the bite was flicking. I think it's more likely to be a bream. Though, I don't know. Ooh. Doesn't feel like a bream now though. I'm not really sure what this is. Maybe it is a barbel actually. Bloody hell. It surfaced very early out there. It's a strange fight. Normally expect a barbel to surface out in the river that quickly. But yeah, here it is. Oh, it is a barbel, yeah. Strange. There we go. Second barbel. Not the biggest, but it's a barbel. Yeah, we'll just leave it to get its breath and then we'll have a proper look. Right, is that barbel? Oh, not a big one. £6, 11. I mean, still, it's another fish, another barbel. There we go. Looks like in nice condition actually. All the fins looking good nick. So we'll get it back anyway. I think we might have a little fishy on the end of this one. It's now 7 o'clock in the morning. Or maybe we don't have a little fishy on here. We do. A little chubby. A little chubby. Just as we started the session with that tiny little chub, looks like we're going to finish the session also with a tiny little chub. There we go. Ooh, nearly. Anyway, a little chub. We'll get that back. Well, it wasn't the busiest session ever. Ended up with what, 5 fish. Started at 7:15 last night, just on sunset, and a small chub about £1. That was on the right hand rod on the 18mm boilie. Then I thought I had a fish on the left hand rod. It was taking line, but it turned out to be a huge piece of vegetation. Anyway, about 9 o'clock we did have a fish on the left hand rod on the 15mm boilie, and that was a bream at £7. I then thought I had a fish on the right hand rod. The end was really whacking round, but it wasn't taking line, so I thought it was probably going to be a big bream or something. But when I picked it up, there was nothing on there, so it must have been a fish caught in the line. But normally a line bite is just a couple of flicks and that's it. This must have been really somehow caught in the line. And then about 11:30 we did have a proper bite and fish on the right hand rod on the 18mm boilie, and that was the barbel. That was £12.5. It was a strange fight on that one. It came in really quite easy, got in front of me, big boil and swirl, and then it absolutely shot off and decided to fight. Then it went probably all the way back to the middle of the river where it started, and then it did fight coming back. Anyway, nice fish. Then I did a sort of summary video at 12:45, and then just after that, literally about 10 minutes after that, so maybe just before 1, right hand rod went again a barbel, but only about half the size of the other one at 6:11. And then that was it. From 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock this morning, nothing. Really quiet. I mean, I know the temperatures dropped a little bit, but it was only dropped to about 9 degrees, so I don't think that would have really affected the river or the fishing. But yeah, I think I had 1 or 2 single beeps between 1 AM and 7 AM, and that was it. No more. And I do cast during the night every couple of hours. I set my alarm on my phone. Every few hours I recast, so I was up and checking the rods and recasting. And then at 7 o'clock this morning, again on the right hand rod on the 18mm boilie, just again another small chub, maybe £1. So that's it. 5 fish, 2 small chub, 1 bream and 2 barbel, 1 double. So not bad, not the worst night ever. Still enjoyed it. Still beats being sat at home. So it's now, I don't know, 7:30, 7:45. So I'm going to finish my coffee. I had my pot of noodle for breakfast, and I'm going to finish packing away and head off home. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, subscribe, and tight lines to you all, and I'll see you again soon.